This is a Leaders in Learning special, sponsored by CapEd Credit Union.
I'm Sarah Jacobson, and welcome to our special focused on leaders in learning. Great leaders and innovators, they want to inspire both in and out of the classroom. And Idaho schools are full of them. Whether that's teachers or administrators, they're taking learning to the next level. So over the next 30 minutes, I'll be showing you these leaders in learning and the way that they're inspiring both in and out of the classroom. Throughout the year, CBS2 and CapEd Credit Union have been highlighting educators. All of them are committed to helping the next generation. Together with CapEd, we bring you stories every week as part of our Leaders in Learning series. CapEd has been helping school districts across the state. One of the ways they do that is emphasizing the importance of early childhood development.
Preschool's a priority, and we recognized that some time ago. There's no state funding for preschool, so we have to be creative in making sure that that opportunity is available for families. Otherwise, they may not have that opportunity.
That's where CapEd comes in. They're making sure students have what they need to succeed, and that begins with preschool. Leaders in Learning wouldn't be possible without CapEd supporting our local educators and schools. The program helps districts across the Gem State.
That early literacy was a key value of the CapEd organization, and we initially didn't even ask for money. We just said, how do we align our missions? And so we had some people that were sitting on their board that joined our work and helped us to start really more strategically think about what we needed to do in CUNA, getting like-minded people together to make things better. So we really appreciate that piece of their work as well.
Whether it's grants for training or tools in the classroom, CapEd Credit Union has a way that you can help local teachers in need of funding through weloveteachers.org. It's completely local, featuring only education projects that need funding right here in Idaho. And the best part? Anyone can give to these local classrooms. And with that, let's take a look at some of the great work that's been going on across the Gem State. And agriculture is the backbone of our economy. And a local teacher at Mountain Home High School saw a need within her school district. And now that's blooming into all sorts of opportunities.
It's always been missing. Our students, we actually are in a very big agriculture community, but we did not have that outlet in the high school. Adding this program has allowed students to take classes and learn hands-on about agriculture and build projects such as like building this whole greenhouse.
Here at Mountain Home High School, former student, now ag teacher, Kaya Vines Bidiganetta has built their agriculture program from the ground up. Literally, this greenhouse was the latest project. It was started in 2018 and finished in 2019, with the first official class in the spring of 2020.
I taught 1 year welding here, and then we were able to transfer it over to add all agriculture. So not only do I teach welding, but I also teach leadership, animal science, and plant science with this greenhouse.
Her senior welding classes helped build this greenhouse. And along with grants and donations from her community, it's now a place of hands-on learning for all.
Whether they came from a ranch or a farm, or if they came from living in a house in town or apartment in town, to get the opportunity to have hands-on learning in my classes. Not everybody can learn 100% of the time by reading from a book or being taught in a desk. And these classes provide those opportunities for us to learn in the classroom and then walk outside into the laboratory, whether it's the welding shop or the greenhouse, and actually get to do it.
Today's class is mostly seniors, but the program begins freshman year, allowing students to cultivate their knowledge over time. Viviana Rodriguez is one of those four-year students.
I walked in and I was like, dang, is this what we're doing in the greenhouse? Because I want to be here for sure. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to know what you're actually doing with these plants. And I love being in the greenhouse. I look forward to it every day.
It's really important to me to be able to teach students about where their food comes from. You and I as consumers, this is very important to us to know where our food comes from. Is it safely grown? Is it safely handled? Is it safe to eat when it gets to our plate? And my classes provide that general knowledge for students to understand what they're eating, where it came from, how it was produced, and why it is safe to eat.
The class began in January. Starting from just seeds, students participated in every aspect, from the germination process, planting, and then transplanting to larger pots.
We also were able to plant hanging baskets of petunias. So we have, I think, about 300 hanging pots. We're going to sell everything that's in here, all of our vegetables, all of our flowers. We do have succulents also. They will be sold at our plant sale.
The Mountain Home High School plant sale is May 6th and 7th from 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at this very greenhouse. And all of these proceeds from selling these plants will go directly back into the agriculture program for next semester. For more information on the plant sale or a look at who helped make this project possible, head to idahonews.com. We've all had teachers who've gone above and beyond our textbooks to inspire us. And one Spanish teacher at Wood River Middle School is doing just that. We introduce you to Idaho's Teacher of the Year 2021.
Jorge Puchedo is the state of Idaho's 2021 teacher.
Desde España, bienvenidos a las noticias.
I'm extremely honored to be the Idaho Teacher of the Year.
Jorge Puliero is the dual immersion Spanish teacher at Wood River Middle School in Haley, Idaho. This past September, Puliero was selected from over 170 teachers by the Idaho State Department of Education and named Idaho Teacher of the Year 2021.
I'm just honored, humbled to be representing our teachers in the state of Idaho.
Puliero has been an educator for over 27 years and began teaching at age 19 in his home country of Argentina. And his story is one of service. He's an Army veteran, a former member of Troops to Teachers, an alumni of Brigham Young University, a father of 4, and a member of the LDS Church. He tells me that teaching is all about relationships.
Love your students. Get to know them. If those students are unresponsive, maybe you shouldn't teach them, but you should love them today and you might be able to teach them tomorrow. So my advice to you teachers is love your students and you will see miracles.
His students and their well-being matter, he says. And especially this year, compassion is reflected in everything he does.
When time permits, I try to go and attend the recital and the concerts, and when tragedy takes place, I am with them.
One of his proudest moments, he tells me, began with an idea. An annual exchange program for 8th graders at Wood River Middle School. Students spend 3 weeks in Madrid, Spain each March, fully immersing themselves in the language and culture.
As a Spanish teacher, I'm proud of my students when I can see that they can perform in Spanish. In 2018, we had the amazing opportunity to have an audience with His Majesty Philip VI, the King of Spain. And that was the highlight of my career, when I saw my students talking to royalty and being fluent in Spanish, asking questions and answering questions from the king. You know, it was very emotional for me because I was able to see, wow, it's worth it.
And that is far from all. Puliero has presented to the Idaho House Education Committee and is now the spokesman and representative for Idaho educators and serves as the state's nominee for National Teacher of the Year.
It's been an amazing experience.
Puliero has since taken an associate principal position at Twin Falls High School, and we wish him all the best. Every week, CapEd sponsors a Leader in Learning highlighting either a student, teacher, or school making a positive impact on education. Now, if you know of someone we should feature, send me an email, leadersinlearning@kboi2.com. Coming up on this Leaders in Learning special, an emphasis on art. That's what this local school district is doing, and it's making a big impact.
This is a Leaders in Learning special, sponsored by CapEd Credit Union.
Welcome back. It's not just Treasure Valley schools that CapEd Credit Union supports. The Idaho Association for the Education of Young Children's Early Learning Program helps support parents in their role as their child's first and most influential teacher through their Get Ready for Kindergarten program, sponsored by CapEd.
CapEd has been a partner of Idaho AYC for many years, and we honestly could not do what we're doing without their support. And you know, one of the best things that CapEd does is they bring together partners across the state who are really focused on improving the quality of early childhood education, supporting families, all with an eye towards literacy.
Each workshop provides free learning resources for families. This cumulative program is designed to begin at birth and continue through age 5. Studies show that reading together just 20 minutes each day teaches most school readiness skills that children need to enter school with basic reading, math, social, and emotional skills. Meanwhile, over at the Lee Pesky Center, students are receiving support through classroom grants, allowing students who need additional support to get the help they need.
These are some of the learning mats that CapEd has helped us develop for families. We have an alphabet mat, and we have a rhyming mat, and we have math and storytelling mats. And our latest one is on social emotional learning, because we have so many children now that are really struggling with anxiety, and helping children identify their feelings and having conversations about those feelings.
These learning mats are just one of many learning items shown to help students both with learning and emotional regulation, allowing all teachers to help close their classroom's learning gap. Back to our leaders in learning, the West Ada School District has created a tradition of emphasizing art, not only for its district, but also for its students. And we got a sneak peek of the West Ada School District's annual art show.
Art is everywhere. It is in everything.
Here at Pathways Middle School, art teacher Amy Cox is showing her students that art is all about your own eyes and interpretation.
Art opens the world to so many different things, and it's subjective. Art is way more than just painting and flat objects on a piece of paper.
Miss Cox is one of the many teachers across the West Ada School District that's getting her students to think outside of the box through artistic expression.
To be able to just focus solely on the arts has made them blossom, and some of them, it's the reason they come to school.
A passion that's spanning the school district.
I try to let each grade level experience as many different mediums as I can get their hands on.
Lindsay Bisbee is the art teacher at Pioneer School of the Arts. She tells me this art show is something she encourages all of her students to enter.
I tell all my students, you are an artist. If you don't think you are, well, you are in my room.
At Meridian High School, photography and CTE teacher Tiffany Davis is inspiring her students to step outside of their comfort zone.
Parents come and congratulate the students. So I feel like this is a way to showcase their work and showcase their talents, to get recognition for what they do.
This year's West Ada School District Art Show theme, How Art is an Escape.
And so the kids have had to really think about their artist statement and how art is their escape.
Catalina LaFave is one of Miss Cox's students and created this masterpiece out of cardboard and markers. She's being honored not only as her school's Choice Award winner, but also the District Choice Award.
I just remember in summer, I was just bored one day and I started listening to some scary stories, and there we go. Then I started working on some more digital art, and that's what I really like doing now.
For this art exhibition, each school in the district chooses one art piece as their School Choice Award, along with an art show and a banquet celebrating those artists. These pieces are now set to be displayed at the West Ada School District Service Center for 1 year.
Art feeds a different part of your brain. Art feeds a different part of your heart, and you can find that escape and you can find that outlet that really feeds your soul. So find the art that drives you. Everybody has some form of art in them. They just have to find it. And hopefully they get to have a teacher that helps them find it.
Health and wellness are the building blocks for resiliency. And one local health and biology teacher is having her students take that mindfulness and use it in their everyday lives.
The purpose is to just sit and be mindful of the breath, okay?
I love teaching kids how to be healthy.
Still keeping that open throat, and as you inhale, can you hear that? And to breathe. Practice it, see what it feels like.
Kids are stressed, there's no doubt. Children have stress. And I think as adults, sometimes we tend to dismiss that stress. And it doesn't matter if you're 6 or 60, the physiological response to stress is going to be similar between people. And so if I can teach these kids how to manage their stress and how to cope with these big, uncomfortable emotions, they're going to grow up to be more resilient people.
Here at Kimberly High School, Mrs. Andrea Robbins is showing our students that health and wellness is an inside job, one with many dimensions, 7 to be exact.
So with this course, it's not super content heavy. It's all about going through those 7 dimensions of wellness, learning what they are, what it entails to be well in that dimension, and then each student writes a specific SMART goal to improve their wellness in that dimension.
These 7 dimensions of wellness are intellectual, emotional, spiritual, physical, social, environmental, and financial. For 2 weeks, her students learn tangible methods for improving wellness, from yoga to meditation and even breath work.
I mean, it's just all over the place, but they all have the common goal of reducing stress.
And focusing on personal growth through each dimension.
While the kids are learning, they're also practicing whatever behavior it is that they've identified that needs changed. They journal about their experience and then they reflect on it to see whether or not it really made any difference.
Empowering her students to be leaders in their learning.
We had a different SMART goal for each exercise, so it's not like we were just learning material. It's like, okay, based on your individual life, what's something you want to work on in each of those areas?
Techniques they now use in their everyday life.
I use the body awareness every night before I go to bed, so that way it helps me kind of wind down because I have such an active brain.
And that's not all. Mrs. Robbins is also working to build her program with the help of a grant from Donors Choose, called Breathe for Change.
It's an organization that is specifically targeting school-aged kids. So how do we bring things like yoga and mindfulness and breath work into the schools to help kids with their social and emotional wellness?
This program will also allow Mrs. Robbins to teach other educators how to bring wellness training into their classrooms.
It's very personalized for each individual student.
Now, if you'd like to donate to Mrs. Robbins' grant through Donors Choose, head to our website, idahonews.com. Still to come on this Leaders in Learning special, engaging students in STEM, how the state is getting involved, coming up next.
This is a Leaders in Learning special, sponsored by CapEd Credit Union.
There are many ways that CapEd Credit Union helps local educators, and one of those ways is through their Get 100, Give 100 program, where CapEd Credit Union members can choose to give $100 to a school of their choice.
Through Get Give, we've been able to provide over $260,000 to over 330 schools across southern Idaho. So it's a great way for us to join with our members. Our members have also received that $260,000 as part of the Get Give in supporting them as well as the education community.
And you don't have to be an educator to be a part of CapEd and support Idaho education. Whether that's through teacher grants, Get Give, or financial services, you can visit any CapEd credit union to get started. Pursuing careers in STEM. The need continues to deepen, especially here in the Gem State. But thanks to a new program being invested in by the state, that may soon change. When it comes to careers, you can't become what you don't see. That's the main driver behind Learning Blade.
Learning Blade is really designed around getting younger kids to understand what are the STEM, which science, technology, engineering, math, computer science, and other careers related to technology are.
This online program for grades 5th through 9th is an interactive toolbox with lessons, projects, and activities designed to engage students while practicing academic skills, all while introducing them to STEM careers.
While they're learning about the jobs, they're actually doing STEM as well.
Sheila Boyington is the president of Think Media, the company that created Learning Blade.
We really recognized that this was an opportunity to really help get more kids into those pipelines so that they would know what they needed to do when they got to high school to take the right classes and to do the right things that would lead them to these really high-paying careers all across the country.
Middle school is a critical time for STEM interest. Career Blade connects students to high-demand careers by providing K-12 teachers with classroom-ready lesson plans. These lessons satisfy Idaho standards and allow for seamless transition into the classroom, allowing teachers to search by state standard and track progress.
To fill these jobs, we really need to start young. Research shows that in middle school, students are either identifying as pursuing a STEM career or not. So we can start to show students what they're capable of and what is available to them to help fill the STEM jobs we have in Idaho.
And now the Idaho STEM Action Center, with support from the governor's office, is offering Learning Blade to all Idaho public schools and organizations statewide for the next 3 school years, giving even the most rural of Idaho students a chance to explore STEM. For more information on Learning Blade or how to get your hands on this program, head to our website, idahonews.com. Thank you so much for joining us for this CBS2 Leaders in Learning special. To see more of our stories from this series, head to idahonews.com. And if you know of someone making a positive impact on education, email us, leadersinlearning@kboi2.com. You could see them featured right here on our weekly Leaders in Learning segment, sponsored by CapEd. Thanks for watching.